website. My name is Marcus, and listen, I wanted to talk to you about my decision on leaving MonaVie. Most likely you're doing an internet search, you're looking for information about the company. Much like it was introduced to me, I know a family member, friend, someone you know, they've given you a bottle to try out some product. Of course now you're online, you're trying to determine whether or not it's a good business decision to join the company. And what I wanted to do is to be, completely honest with you. It's not to dismiss or bad talk the company. That's not my goal. But often people sometimes forget to include information that you really need to know and understand. And that's what I think is happening in this industry. And so when it comes to MonaVie, I wanted to just be honest with you and explain to you, here are some issues that you're going to deal with. For me personally, I was blessed to have the opportunity to live out a dream that I had since I was a kid, and that's play professional football. I spent 3 years in the NFL. I played with the Raiders, the Patriots, and a few other teams. But here's the deal: that I actually had a shoulder injury, and I was forced to actually leave the game, and I did not sign one of those multi-million-dollar contracts. So, I was grateful that someone introduced me to this industry, and I had a chance to get involved with MonaVie. And what I wanted to tell you is, I think that MonaVie absolutely has a fantastic product, but there were really two issues that drove me out of the business, and I really want you to be aware of them. Number one is MonaVie is not a very cheap business. It's really expensive. When you think about the condition of our economy right now, how many people do you honestly know that can afford to spend, whether it's one or two cases of product, we're talking $150 to $240 every single month. That was a huge issue for me. I would find people that would seem to be interested, and then of course once I start talking about what it takes to build the business and how much it costs, most people, they really shied away. They could not afford to spend that type of money. And so it just made it really, really tough to grow my business. And number two, another issue that I ran across was people don't have a lot of time. For me, I'm married, I have 4 children, I coach sports for my kids. So when you ask me to drive across town to deliver a product to this person, or to put my suit and tie on and go to this business meeting, or go to a friend's house to do a presentation, that's tough. And I recognize that that's also tough for a lot of other people. And I found that those two issues made it really tough. So again, money, how much it costs, and then the time that it takes. And for me, I just needed something easier than that. One thing I can tell you was, I absolutely love the concept of having your own home-based business. I love it. But I had to find the right vehicle for myself. And what I want to share with you is, over the last year and a half, I can honestly say I know that I found the right vehicle for myself. But I'm also sharing it with other people. It's a company that I absolutely love. It's only $20 a month. I no longer ever have to leave my house for anything. I don't have to worry about the company nickel and diming me for, this website and that website, or I have to order a certain amount of product, or I don't qualify for my paycheck. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. I've never seen anything like this. Here's what's happened to me over the last year and a half. I was able to completely walk away from my full-time job. That was about 11 months ago. Over my last 12 months, I've actually earned over $110,000 in income. The most rewarding thing for me is I've introduced hundreds of people to this business, and it's nothing like receiving a phone call or an email from someone saying, "Hey Marcus, thank you so much for showing me this business. I just got a check for $1,200 this week. This is the best thing. I'm so excited." Because right now in this type of economy, a lot of people aren't excited. A lot of people have lost their hope. And so it's refreshing to be able to introduce people to a program like this that I know they're going to love, and that I know that they can afford. And when people can afford something, they can stay in the program long enough to really grow it. That's my issue with these other companies, and like even with MonaVie. People can't stay in the business long, and that's what happens. People get in those companies within, 90 days later, many of them drop out because they can't financially support that type of money coming out of their account all the time. So when you talk about a $20 business decision monthly, people love it. So I just want to say thanks so much for listening to my YouTube. Go inside and see what this company is all about. It's absolutely amazing. The thing I want to tell you too is we're not going to bombard you with a bunch of emails and stuff. Here's the deal. All we're going to simply do is forward you some information on the opportunity. I've actually designed a website personally that I want to forward to you that's going to explain to you how the business works step by step. It has a bunch of audios. It has a bunch of YouTube videos where I actually show you step by step what I'm doing. Now, at any time, in any of those links, we have what's called an opt-out button. If you no longer, for some reason, want to receive any emails, by clicking on that link, you won't ever hear from us again. But I really, really think that when you're talking about finding the right vehicle, the right company, the right opportunity, I honestly know that this is the right opportunity where people like yourself will be able to get right in, have success. I don't care if you've never done anything like this before. This company will work for you. And if you are someone that has been in here, been in this industry for some time, and you haven't had success, this will work for you. I'm telling you, give it a shot. With that, I'm available to answer any questions that you might have after going inside the website. Please don't hesitate to give me a call, and would love the opportunity to talk with you and chat with you for a few moments, all right? Thanks so much for stopping by. Be blessed today, and we'll see you inside that website, all right? Take care.